I gotta get my beverage out too.
Yeah, I got the gas can. Got the gas can
Yeah,
ready.
I actually do not have the iPad, so dang it, I'm not ready.
My,
Okay. Uh,
all right.
uh, and got my iPad. Okay, so actually I don't know. I'll tell you later. I just realized we're live. I was like, okay, wait, never mind. That's
Well,
more on
I'm
Thursday.
trying to get the thing so I can share it to all the wonderful people who follow me and subscribe to me.
Soon I gotta tell the wonderful people to come check us
That's
out.
what I'm doing. But it's like always a process. It's like when is it going to show me that I'm live, and when is it going to happen?
It says when I'm live when I used to do my shows.
It like comes up, but like it won't like pop up immediately to where I can share the link. And I'm doing this all by myself, so it's not like I have somebody like off screen going like running my social media, getting ready to go. Like so early. We're gonna be doing trying a few weeks of going early here for a minute, Michelle, because um Eric's still taking time with his move, and figure we just try and get it get it out about an hour early for those of us not living in SCU. So,
Or
um,
Mexico.
yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, it's like it's a it's a later night stream for me and Ez and Nick, but like the evening's just getting started when Eric and we go live and Eric's with us. So, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Just Us Marks Wrestling Recap Show. I am the Athletic Geek, and I'm joined on the other end of the tin cannon string by Easy.
Good evening, everybody. I just poured myself some wine. Or in this case, cranberry juice, because I'm straight edge.
Straight edge until more people subscribe to the channel. We get 200 and we go to that tailgate,
Let's
and you gotta drink the
hang on.
bubbly.
We'll talk about that later. It's not November yet. Hang on. I mean, I still encourage people to subscribe. But I was like, well, you can still take your sweet ass time, everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
No rush.
but make sure it's there by November. You don't have to drink like you don't have to like drink the whole bottle like your Jericho. You just gotta
Please, no.
communion wine sip. That's all you gotta do.
Yes, blesseth me with
The
the
bubbly.
poison of alcohol.
Blessed you with the bubbly is what it is. And yeah, same over here. Same over here. Yeah. So welcome everyone, and this is a big week. Dynamite is firmly back on the road, but we also have the beginning of the road to SummerSlam. Ray's in the house. Speaking of SCU, um, beginning of the road to SummerSlam with Money in the Bank, and yes, we will be running a contest. Money in the Bank predictions contest. See, see what I
And
mean?
you're not winning real money. You can win Monopoly money.
No, you're winning something better than money because
Oh,
you're back at
something
it.
better than money?
Yeah, what's better than money? Potentially a Sting figure, huh?
Mm.
Yeah, or maybe a Rocky Maivia, huh? Huh? Or maybe if you're really really lucky, and who knows if you will be this lucky, you could win a Vince McMahon figure.
Oh.
Yes. You can do that. You can
Ooh.
also potentially win, many of the glorious T-shirts. You could win some glorious DVDs, like oh,
I wish I was
NWO
playing the
Back in Black.
glorious theme.
No, because then we'll get banned for playing copyright music. So yeah, we will be running a contest, and I will be the person you have to beat this time in order to try and get one of these wonderful bonus prizes, like I don't know, a Ricky Steamboat autographed picture, or maybe if you prefer, you know, something a little somewhat more modern, a Lance Hoyt, not Archer, a Lance Hoyt autographed picture. So
Lance Hoyt.
Hoyt.
Oh, Hoyts.
Yes, old school. But if you've never seen this show before, this is the Just Us Marks Wrestling Recap Show. I'm Eddie Z at All In Starcast. We love wrestling. We love talking wrestling. We love sharing our love of pro wrestling with each and every one of you out there. However, just like each and every one of you out there, we are just fans. Our opinions are that of any other fan. We avoid insider terms because we are not insiders. We're not wrestlers. We are just marks.
Okay, are you wearing a Jake something shirt?
What's my name?
I
Something.
want that shirt. Oh my god, I love him.
I bought it from Jake Something himself.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah, Jake Something's great.
Yeah. Dear WWE, stay the hell away from him. They'll just turn him into John someone.
John Someone. Don't they have enough John Someones like with Morrison right now?
True.
That's
okay,
like
fine. Jack someone.
Jack Someone.
Wait. I take that back. No, never mind.
No, you just said Jack Someone live on air. That could be interpreted in so many different ways. Like, are you stealing something from them? Are you doing something lewd with them? Like that's actually a good idea because it leaves it open to the fans' interpretation.
Yeah, now we're really getting back to the Attitude Era.
All right, so
okay,
yeah.
So anyways, WWE has a pay-per-view because stuff.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. I mean, it's like Royal Rumble light.
Honestly, same. I won't be surprised if at one point maybe Monday can become a Big 5 pay-per-view.
I think it's pretty well. It's pretty well there. It's Rumble, Mania, Money. I think this is kind of round up the 5 since they don't have King of the Ring as a yearly standalone pay-per-view anymore.
What the hell? I like King of the Ring.
I do too. Actually, well, tangent number 1 of the night. Here's the one thing I don't like about King of the Ring. Or in recent years. If the prize for King of the Ring is a crown and a robe, the bad guy's going to win. It's kind of like a walking spoiler because you're never going to see the good guy go, look at me and my crown. Like, that's way too much of a bad guy gimmick. Like the only
has there never been like a good guy winner other than Austin? Okay, actually maybe Austin.
Well, the first one, and he actually did wear the robe and crown, was Bret Hart, but that was like in '93 when like you could kind of get away with that, and then you just got beat up by Jerry Lawler. Then the next year Owen won it, and so bad guy. Then Mabel, so bad guy. He wanted Austin. Austin never wore the robe and crown, but just did the speech. Then the year after that, Triple H, and he beat up Mankind with the crown before putting it on. Then Ken Shamrock won it and won nothing other than just, hooray, I won the tournament. Billy Gunn just had a, hooray, I won the tournament. So out of all of them, Ken Shamrock was like the only good guy so far other than Bret Hart. Then we get to 2000 was Kurt Angle, and he got a crown, but it worked with Kurt Angle because he was a dork. And then 2001 was Edge, and he got a trophy. And 2002 was, to me, the one year where they did it absolutely right. Like as far as stipulations go, Brock Lesnar, and he became the number 1 contender to the championship. So it's like, okay, it's good. This is like that was, and then from there, they went away for a while.
So it was 2006.
2006 King Booker, which was good, which was great. And really done well. And like, again, bad guy using it works great. Then in 2008, Regal.
Why? Oh my goodness. Honestly, I will say this. The only good thing that, honestly, in my opinion, that came out of Regal winning King of the Ring was then Mr. Kennedy coming back and then ruining him. And I laughed, and also I got so happy when I saw him back. It's like, yes. I don't know I don't care what people say. I liked Kennedy.
I like Kennedy.
Then again, what he's done behind the ring is like, if people didn't get along with him, it's like, well, people can tolerate Brock Lesnar, so what the hell is Kennedy's problem?
I don't know, but yeah.
But
so
CM Punk should have won that year. Like, come on.
But again, I gotta say, like, Punk walking around with the crown and the robe, really, like, to me, like, the King of the Ring tournament only works if you have a trophy or a number 1 contendership. You know what I'm
Okay, that,
saying?
that's what, yeah, that's all
You know,
she should keep.
because then, like, it's like, oh, hey, the good guy can
Or
win.
honestly, the King of the Ring tournament, the final should be at WrestleMania. That can be the one to kick off the match. Or kick off the pay-per-view. Just like what Money in the Bank did, and that's why I was pissed when it got its own
You might be
pay-per-view
trying.
at first.
WrestleMania is long enough as it is. You probably. I don't know, that's a little.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea, but it's not something that I think would always be the most conceivable. But anyway, we got some predictions. Rules of the contest, haven't changed, but in case this is your first contest, post on social media, not in the comments section, on my social media pages, on the post on Facebook, or on the Instagram, or tweet at me your predictions for every match here on the Money in the Bank card. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Each title match is worth 2 points because you have to predict not only the winner of the match, but if it will be a new champion or a DQ. So, extra little bonus point there for that. And yeah, we'll get started with. Right now, we have 6 announced matches. And the
There
first.
should have been 7, but thanks, Fox.
What Fox do?
We have Bianca Belair taking on Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship tomorrow, because why couldn't we have it on the pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm so far out of the WWE loop, like, it's other than like NXT, it's not even funny.
I literally just look up results and that's it. We may be wrestling marks people, but we also have standards.
Well, what's funny is I've called WWE the McDonald's of pro wrestling, and I honored the fact that I knew we'd be talking about the McDonald's of pro wrestling by having some McDonald's tonight, and I'm regretting it. I'm not loving it. I'm regretting it.
I'm doing a 30-day challenge of no fast food.
Well, you're a better man. You're a better man. You're a better man than me, because I'm gonna have some Five Guys or some.
I got challenged by Haley, so that's why.
Anyway, so first match is for the tag titles that mean diddly shit, despite them being on one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. AJ Styles and almost that guy versus the Viking Raiders, no longer in the experience, Eric and Ivar, for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Because why can't we have War Raiders back? Because PG. I don't really know. I'm not saying this because this could be a win-win, but I'm literally like, I don't know. Why exactly is this a rivalry? Why are they trying to finally make the War Raiders? Sorry, I'm just gonna call them War Raiders. Why are they finally gonna make them relevant now on Raw? Put them back on NXT where they belong.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
come on.
I mean, other than like that much bias, it's not like it's decent. At least it's a tag team. At least it isn't. I mean. At least they are 2 established tag teams. I'll give them that. Yeah, AJ shouldn't be in a tag team right now. He should be doing something a little bit more, but whatever. It's fine. At least it's been established that they're a team, and yeah, like I'm not gonna say I love this, but I'm gonna like with WWE, you kind of sometimes just gotta. Much like McDonald's, hey, food's not great, but they got all your order right, so neat. And I'm going with the Viking Raiders in this one to win the titles. Easy.
Sure, I'll go with War Raiders.
All right. Next match, according to Wikipedia, I don't think this one is going to be the next match, but who knows? Roman Reigns versus Edge for the Universal Championship. Easy. Who are you picking and why?
So this one is honestly a win-win for me. This is a toss-up here. Roman Reigns winning would be interesting because maybe somebody out of Money in the Bank, I guess really will depend on the order of the matches. Somebody out of Money in the Bank could cash in on him. Just put him off guard, or honestly, maybe the Usos, or at least one of them, because God knows what the hell they're going to do with Jimmy at this point, costs him the match, or at least like he wins, and then they just turn on him, thinking, you know what? No, we're done being your stooges. Edge winning could also be interesting to say, like, great, comeback for the rated R superstar, and then suddenly be like all the young talent that we got, or the ones that, the recent veterans, to be like, you know what, you already had your time. It's time for the new dogs to step up. No pun intended on Roman, but realistically, after saying all this, Roman.
Yeah, I'm also going with Roman
If Edge
Reigns.
wins, I'll be happy. Go Canada. But realistically, Roman.
Yeah, I'm going Roman. Like Roman's, and I'm not trying to knock Edge, but like you don't have Roman Reigns cleanly pin both of them at WrestleMania to have Edge just win on his own. I don't think. I think that's a bad call. But on the flip side of things, it's WWE, and bad calls are their middle name. So maybe I should be picking Edge so that way I can keep you guys from getting a Lance Hoyt autographed picture. But I'm going Roman Reigns to retain because why not? All right. Next match. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. EZ, who have you got and why?
Ripley.
I am going to disagree with you. I think we're gonna go Charlotte in this one. I'm gonna go Charlotte.
Agree? Disagree?
Oh, and it's not that I I don't really have like I like both of them, but like I'm just going Charlotte because I feel like they're gonna switch the titles. We need a big title switch, and this might be the big title switch to kind of start a storyline going into SummerSlam. This is WWE. They flip flop the belts quite often. This isn't New Japan or AEW where the champions are kind of protected. Like just belts are just here you go. They hot potato them a lot, and I could see Charlotte winning to set up a bigger match at SummerSlam. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Charlotte, new champ. All right. And staying on the theme of championships, we've got Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. EZ, who have you got and why?
This was a tough one. I mean, it's like keeping the title on Lashley would, again, signify his continued dominance, much like Roman is doing on SmackDown. But Kofi winning it again, it's like I could get behind it. And my opinion, this could set up for maybe a possible civil war between the New Day, because a certain somebody is in the Money in the Bank match. And I read some rumors that WWE think it's going to be a brilliant idea to split up the New Day. And I cannot believe I'm saying this out loud, despite the brand split they had, or the trading, whatever, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Why would you ever want to break up the New Day? Your one and only chance that it could have happened was when they were feuding with the Wyatt family. Your one and only chance, and you never explained why Xavier got hypnotized. So, after saying all that, Lashley. Yeah, it's
Lashley.
weird that like I'm saying that other than the War Raiders, that everyone's going to retain their titles.
I'm going with Kofi, but I'm going Kofi new champion, but it'll make more sense here in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, Money in the Bank ladder match for a shot at the Women's Championship. Asuka versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Nikki ASH versus Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega versus Natalya versus Tamina. Easy. Who you got and why?
Well, I almost thought it was pronounced Nikki Ash or something, but just
A
whatever. I
superhero.
can't. I
A
can't.
superhero.
Um, cool. Um, I think honestly, most fans are going to think this is a no-brainer, but it's like it might work, but it also might not happen. Alexa Bliss for
That,
Money in the Bank
that's who I'm
because
going with. Yeah.
you've been you've been pushing for her for so long, and it's like, well, firstly, can you please finally explain the breakup between her and Fiend? But that's going to be a whole other topic for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But this could also be a possible return of the Fiend because you finally have fans again, so you really want to give them the wow factor. So say Alexa, she is nearing the top of the ladder, then suddenly you have that Bray Wyatt fade out or the cutscenes that whatever he
Blah,
does.
blah, blah, blah.
Then yeah, that. Then you cut him back, and rather than the Fiend, it's actually Bray Wyatt. Not as Mr. Rogers setup or the Fiend. No, it is finally real Wyatt family authentication Bray Wyatt up here, staring directly at Alexa Bliss, and then just give us this moment. But I know they're not going to have him literally throw Alexa off the ladder, and then you do that other cutscene again, and then he's gone.
See, I want the Fiend to come back because the Fiend is
And
the better
but hey,
character to me.
with SummerSlam coming, why not just give us an intergender match, please? WWE, just one. I will want to see Alexa Bliss versus Bray Wyatt, just one, please, and have Alexa win it because of course she will.
Okay.
So, please, that's just to finally explain where's Bray.
I'm going Alexa Bliss, but I just kind of see her, cashing out on Bianca Belair at some point. That's just what I see happening. Or maybe when Rhea Ripley, avenges her loss at SummerSlam, here comes Alexa Bliss, and all right. For the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, we have Ricochet versus John Morrison versus Riddle versus Drew McIntyre versus Big E versus Kevin Owens versus King Nakamura versus Seth Rollins.
How did
Easy.
Shinsuke win King of the Ring again?
I don't know.
I don't know exactly. So this kind of goes back with the WWE Championship that I mentioned. I would like to see Big E win it, and then it could possibly set up a New Day civil war between him and Kofi and maybe Xavier for the championship. But again, realistically, I don't know. This one is kind of up in the air, really. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens. Why not?
Yeah, I like that pick. I don't like it enough to pick it. I'm going with Seth Rollins because I believe he pisses on Kofi's dreams.
Or he could reignite a feud with Roman.
No, because that would make one of them good and neither one of them do well in that role. But him being his sniveling.
I just can't stand his Messiah persona. It's like, no.
Him
No.
doing his sniveling. Yeah, I
like-
got Kofi Kingston's belt. Yeah.
Like, because it's like, firstly, you already had a Messiah-like personality when you were with the Authority. So nice try. I'm not falling for that again.
I don't know. I think that would be like maybe the safest call, and then it could also reignite the Cesaro feud with the title on the line. Who knows?
Probably.
But yeah, I'm going Seth Rollins to win men's Money in the Bank. So yeah, Seth Rollins.
Imagine Brock Lesnar comes back and wins it.
Or Goldberg. Who knows? So yeah, Seth Rollins, Alexa Bliss, Kofi Kingston, new champion, Charlotte Flair, new champion, Roman Reigns retains, and Viking Raiders, new champions. Those are my picks. keep on the lookout on my social media pages to find the post and post your predictions and have the chance to win fabulous prizes like Daniel Bryan or Chavo Guerrero or
Ooh, Chavo.
or
I miss that theme.
damn Farouk. All right. Now that we've got that taken care of, it's time to light the fuse and bring the boom. It is time to talk about Dynamite.
Dynamite. This
Yes.
was actually I liked it. This was actually a pretty good episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, I thought it fired on all cylinders. I feel like other than just a few little like not my favorite things, it was an overall pretty damn fine show. First match
Great main
is
event.
yeah, first match is the IWGP United States Championship match. I like this match. It was kind of like I'm not. First of all, the whole crowd singing "Wild Thing," kind of as cool as his old theme was. I feel like it shows that they're kind of like they made a right call. But if you didn't notice, he was trying to celebrate in the crowd, and he almost ran to the railing and hit himself in the nuts. So,
I didn't notice.
yeah, it looked like he's like, oh god, oh god, and like and anybody who's ever been where Mox was when he was doing that, and you're a man, you it's not pleasant.
Squirmed.
But yeah, like I like the match. To me, like the thing though that I took the most out of it, and I'm gonna get called a Mox hater, which I'm not a Mox hater, but to me, like I wasn't like excited about Mox as much in this match. It's just like, hey, finally everybody can see how good Carl Anderson was. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
he was before the
I was
bullet.
almost nearly convinced he was gonna win the title. Maybe
I was
to Don
not.
Callis.
Nah, I, that's not really a big deal in New Japan. You gotta keep anytime there's another promotion's belt, you gotta take into consideration. It's like Don Callis like isn't doing much in New Japan right now, so that's not a thing. So I knew this was just a filler defense. It was a good filler defense. It was enough to kind of remind everybody, oh hey, before he got with Gallows, and I'm not saying that's a bad team, but before he got with Gallows and before he got with Bullet Club, like Carl Anderson was like one of like the top gaijin in New Japan. It was pretty much just at that point in time him and Devitt. So, but I really liked the match. I really liked getting to see Carl Anderson again. And next week we have a Texas Death Match. Jon Moxley and Lance Archer, and that will be Jon Moxley's next successful title defense.
Or will it?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Well, let's see. I don't know.
Yes, it will. I again, Lance Archer's not getting is not doing anything in New Japan anymore. The person who beats Jon Moxley for this belt, if it ever happens, needs to be somebody that outside of AEW there's some plans for in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let's not be like the meme I shared where we think new NJPW is the new AEW belt. We got to keep that in mind. Got a match. Alex Abrahantes interviewed Andrade El Idolo. Is it bad that I just kind of like wish that Andrade would just speak Spanish and they just completely subtitle it in just Spanish?
Yeah.
Like instead of having to subtitle his English that's not his first language, why not just have him speak Spanish and subtitle that, or have Alex translate for us? Like that would be a lot cooler to me. I don't know. I was thinking give more be like again. I just setting up a program at the Death Triangle. That's cool because we're gonna get to see some cool stuff between Andrade in Phoenix and with Pac. Pac, and Pentagon. So I'm not complaining about the matches we're gonna get, but like, there's just something. There's something missing that's not making me like feel this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like okay, like.
Like I said before in our text, they completely screwed up debuting Andrade, and now they're really screwing up. What the hell are they doing with him? At least he's not with Vicky anymore. Yay!
Until we
Who knows?
until we see Vicky again because of that Saudi money.
Actually, I will say I forgot to mention this last week, but I
mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I'd like him speaking. I think it'd be cool. It'd just sound cooler.
I think it sound like
it would kind of give him like make him seem more charismatic, make it seem like something different. You know, like no, I think that would just be a cool layer to his character that he doesn't speak English. That's awesome. You know, like there used to be here. I'll in WCW, there was a character called Berlin. It didn't last very long, and he would refuse to speak English. And to me, I thought that was awesome because he was just like, you know, I could speak English, but I'm not going to. I'm going to speak my language, and you people can go fuck yourselves. And I thought that was cool. And I was like 9 when that was there, so. I think it'd be cooler because it reminds me of that character. I think it would be something that would be just really, like, add a different layer to his character. I think that would be, I don't know, I think it'd be cooler. Especially because that's just would make him look cooler.
So, like Nakamura going, sorry, no speak English.
Yeah, only not racist.
I think he did that to himself because it's like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, only like, you know. Yeah. So next match, Brian Cage versus Absolute Ricky Starks for the FTW title. Holy shit! This is a breakout moment. This is a breakout moment for Ricky Starks. I love this
match. Oh man,
love this match. Ricky Starks.
That was good for Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky needed something, and you know, pretty much Cage is just out of Team Taz. So now you wonder what's going to happen to Brian Cage.
It's a very good question.
You know what?
Maybe with Andrade.
No, it's too early for that. Like, but I mean, like, because like we already like he's got a feud with Team Taz.
Wait, Miro.
Well, you got a program here. He's got to kind of get out of. You know, now that he's officially been ousted from Team Taz. I'm not saying this is something that's got to drag on for a year, but you know, maybe at least through, you know, All Out, maybe a few Dynamites after. Yeah. You know, All Out, maybe a few Dynamites after, you know, because, you know, they build up big Dynamites. You know, you can have programs, you can have the storylines ending on big TVs if you build up to the TVs well and you don't have an overabundance of fucking pay-per-views. So, yeah. That's what I don't know, like, who he's going to align himself with, or if he's just going to be, like, by himself against Taz, or if, like, I don't know, like, I'm interested to just kind of see, like, you know, where does Brian Cage get his backup, or if they're just kind of like, yeah, no, Swolverine does not need backup. I don't know. But, yeah,
So we're getting some questions out of Michelle. It's like, why would it be cooler?
I was reading that. I explained myself. I stand by it. I stand by it. I think it'd just be a cool layer to the character.
Yeah.
But really happy for Ricky Starks. Really hoping that now that he's in this position, he's not just the fall guy anymore, and let Hook be the fall guy. So then we go into a segment between Cody and Malachi Black.
I loved
Love the segment.
those.
I still stand by what I said last week. I would have liked a little bit more build up to Malachi Black. I would have liked Malachi Black to have debuted in Charlotte and got some real big reaction for kicking Arn Anderson in Horseman Country. But still a good segment. Not going to nitpick too much. It's still a good segment. But yeah.
I definitely see this being an all-out match.
Oh yeah. This is and the crowd that had to go a year without their pay-per-view is going to be hot for this one.
Oh, man. You're gonna have a lot of fun, and me, it's like, well, I picked college football.
I mean, that's your bag.
Hey, there's only so much time that I could do some vacation time. So
I'm not knocking. I'm just saying I wouldn't even go to college football, my favorite college football team, over wrestling, but that's just my prerogative.
Actually, I think I just realized, fun fact, the next time we do the show on September 9th, I'm going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That's on a Thursday, in case we do a Thursday show.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Roll Tide.
That's what Conrad Thompson says.
Anyways, yeah, like I said, I think this is gonna build a huge feud, and it just felt perfect. It's like, finally, I like this.
Yeah, a great segment. You got two home run hitters in the promo department, so I mean the build up's gonna be awesome.
You're Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, or too far?
I mean, as much nostalgia as I have for that season, it's kind of tainted at this point. But
yeah. I actually still haven't seen that 30 for 30 yet. Maybe I might want it tonight.
I can't watch 30 for 30 anywhere, but I would watch that. That is the only that is one of my only seasons in sports that don't involve my favorite team winning a World Series or a championship. So.
And thank God I'm a Dodgers fan as well.
No, you still haven't gotten to 11 yet, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. At least Toronto's undefeated.
Who?
Toronto Blue Jays. At least we're undefeated in the World Series.
Fair.
We got 2 rings, and that's what matters.
All right, so next match. We have a good segment with Santana and Ortiz and Tully Blanchard. I like this segment. Respect your elders. Like I
laughed so hard from that. Like, oh my god.
If it wasn't
like what Tully said afterwards, is like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go get my boys. It's like, dude, I think it would have been better if he just said nothing at all. I like the fear that Proud and Powerful kind of gave to him, and it's like, hey, you better watch.
Now see, I'm gonna disagree slightly. The fear was still there, but it was Tully's false brow going like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my guys. You know, he was trying to convince himself that, oh no, they didn't get one over on him, but really the dude's fucking terrified. I thought that was well done.
Yeah.
Proud and Powerful, very underrated, and I think Michelle said last week that they'd be a good candidate to win the tag titles from the Young Bucks. It just kind of depends on, well, what happens after what was built up with this next segment, because there was a Tony Schiavone interview with Hangman Adam Page, and just really, got really Kenny and the Bucks just doing a good job being slimy, awful people, and I love it because everybody wanted it so badly, and now they're like, wait a minute, this isn't exactly what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was just going to be, cool being the elite asshole Kenny and the Bucks, and now, like, they're being mean to Hangman and the Dark Order, and I don't like this, and this isn't good at all, and oh no! That's why I think it's genius.
That was good. Especially just Hangman looking like Leo Ike.
Hangman is... last 2 weeks, Hangman's shown like how damn good he is and how he is the pretty well the fucking man.
I'm amazed that they didn't go after him. Really, like you're the only reason. Or actually, no. Better one would be like if you weren't in AEW, you'd still be a jobber for Ring of Honor because they called him out for that in the tag match.
Well, I feel like that's kind of been passed, like now it's no more like you're supposed to be a jobber. It's more so like, well, you're not the top guy.
You're supposed to be the elite.
Yeah, you're not us. Yeah, you got your shirt, but you're not us. But I really like the moment with him and Matt Jackson, and he just slaps him across the face. Love that.
Notice how that even if he got an opportunity to do this, Kenny has not once laid a hand on Hangman.
That's good.
Isn't that interesting?
That's interesting because and we're gonna start talking about this now. The match was kind of made where they're gonna have Dark Order versus the Elite. Where if the Dark Order and Hangman, or Dark Order, I don't know, like Hangman. Here, the one thing I like Dark Order. I mean, like I died on this hill a couple weeks ago, defending Dark Order and Hangman and Dark Order being involved, and I'm still willing to die on that hill. But it's kind of one of those. So is Hangman officially in the Dark Order, or is he just an associate and they're his buddies? I wish that was a little bit more clear. But I still like where they're going with this feud. And Hangman and the Dark Order versus the Elite. If Hangman and the Dark Order win, Hangman gets his title shot, and Silver and Reynolds get tag title shots.
That I like. I think Dark Order maybe finally winning tag titles, that could mean a whole lot of amazing things. And especially with the Freebird rule,
okay. First of all, no, I would not want the Freebird rule. That would jeopardize the integrity of the titles that have been built up, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to want it. It's not the hill I'm willing to die on this week, like arguing the Dark Order a couple weeks ago. But it's definitely if it's Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, or if it's Silver and Reynolds, or if it's Alan Angels and 10, whatever the combo may be, that is the tag team champions, and that is who defends the belts, not, this revolving door. Because AEW's done such a good job establishing the integrity of those belts. And that is the only thing, the Dark Order is the only thing that has got me questioning of, well, is it going to be them? Or is it going to be Santana and Ortiz down the road? Because eventually, when the Pinnacle Inner Circle, storyline kind of concludes, everybody in the respective stables are going to go places, and Santana and Ortiz going after the Bucks at Full Gear, maybe, 2 years after their first meeting. That wouldn't be a bad thing, but it's also kind of a matter of, but you also got the Dark Order, and they're, like, really making their claim, so it's exciting from a fan's perspective, but it's also one of those, like, well, what do you do? But yeah, I like this, and then we go to a Chris Jericho interview backstage. Not a bad Chris Jericho interview. And then he gets hit in the throat by a chair by Shawn Spears and sets up a match next week with Spears versus Jericho, where Spears can use the chair, but Jericho cannot. I think it's pretty obvious that Chris Jericho is going to win this match. That's my only real gripe with this match, is because it's Spears. It's like, okay, yeah, walking spoiler. Jericho's going to, do something funny and charismatic and cool to get out of it, and okay. Like, that's not bad, but it's just kind of one of those, it's like, okay, I'm a little bit more excited about what's going to happen a little bit more deep in this program with, possibly a Wardlow match or a handicap match with FTR or, something along those lines.
Yeah.
This one's just, a whole feud in AEW started over calling Shawn Spears a good hand and that being a bad thing, but Shawn Spears is really just kind of a good hand.
Who knows?
Got a cool wife, though. All right. Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage. Here is the one match that I really, and the one part of Dynamite that I was really not into. I did not like this. Christian tried to get a good match out of Matt Hardy.
It was a good match, but yeah, I think
I don't think it was a good match. I think it was just
I liked it. It was just there. Because it's like, oh, they're like building up to like first time Hardy and Christian Cage have ever fought. It's like, you sure about that?
I mean, it's definitely not what Matt Hardy and Christian's partner have done, but yeah, just like I liked the idea of the program. I liked everything kind of going into this, but it just did not deliver. And I really hope that it's kind of over. But I'm thinking we're just gonna kind of maybe see this bleed more into a Jurassic Express and Christian versus the Matt family. Yeah, I didn't like this. I wanted to like it. I saw that the guys tried hard. I saw Christian was really putting a lot into it, but just I didn't like this match. But I did like this promo that happened next with Tony Schiavone and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Just a good promo. Like fucking why Britt's fucking great. And definitely you kind of got to get Britt some momentum because I feel like, and it's not all been AEW's fault, but like they didn't really hit the ground running very well with this program, and now I feel like they're kind of making up for lost ground. But this promo, I feel like, definitely will put some fire back in the Britt and Nyla feud. And also, for the first time in a long time, no one took the microphone away from Tony Schiavone during an interview. Sammy Guevara versus Wheeler Yuta. I mean, this was good. Not first time I've ever seen Wheeler Yuta. So I don't know. What was your take on Wheeler Yuta?
That match was not bad. Like I was excited to see her back, but it's like, again, I think with all the hype on the Baker Nyla feud, it's like it just makes the rest of the women's division. It's like, well, you're there. We got competition. We just don't know what to do. But it was so good just seeing Yuka and Penelope fight.
That was the next match. Good to see Yuka Sakazaki come back. Not the world's biggest Penelope Ford fan. Like she's cool, but I'm just not a big fan of hers. Compared to the other women on the roster, but it was still a good little match and good to see Yuka back. Now it's time for the main event. Ethan Page versus Darby Allin. Remember like what I was talking about, like programs can end on Dynamite? Yeah, like what we saw this week, like on TV. You don't have to do that. Yeah, so it was a coffin match. There were halls of plenty. Huh?
What?
So what? It's a coffin match. There were halls of plenty.
It's 10 over here. I'm not getting the reference. I'm sorry.
Halls. All right. It's a coffin match. There was Ricola aplenty.
I don't know why my mind is blank on this, but
Ah! I'm coughing.
oh ha 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 ha.
Ah! Yeah. I don't know. I really like this match.
We need an
Uh,
afternoon show.
if only we made a living off YouTube, and then we could
Coming
have an
soon,
after show
just us marks. Rampage.
in the afternoon, where it's just a bunch of dad jokes. It's just a bunch of
Exactly.
dad. Like that's all it
I
is. It's
I
all it
would
is.
make
Dad jokes.
I would make a dad joke, but sadly I don't have kids.
I don't either.
Oh wow, okay, okay. I'll take that as karma for halls of plenty.
But yeah, love the match. You know, this is a hard match to pull off just with anyone. Um, it's just a very hard match to pull off, and Ethan Page and Darby Allin did it extremely well.
That was epic. I think that was a great match.
Yeah. I thought it was cool with Scorpio Sky being in the coffin. Uh, you know, great brawl, great way to end the feud, and we got a literal coffin drop at the end. A literal coffin drop.
That is honestly how coffin matches should end. Just like somebody just go through the caskets.
I mean,
I loved it.
I love that. I don't think it should always happen. You know,
I don't know, not
because
always, but well, once in a while something's perfect.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the casket did get set on fire through Royal Rumble 1998, but this
Also,
was.
imagine if he did set that coffin on fire and he did the coffin drop.
Let's not give ideas.
No? Alright.
Let's not give ideas because Darby is crazy enough to fucking do that. But yeah, great episode of Dynamite.
And then the rematch is going to be Darby and Ethan in a skateboarding match. They literally fight in a skate park.
I'm surprised they haven't. That would be really cool if they
Actually,
like not necessarily with,
they
not
haven't
necessarily
done
with
it at
Ethan, but
all.
like do some kind of cinematic match in a skate park with Darby. That would be cool. But yeah, like it, you can tell like the crowd coming back's really that extra oomph. That was kind of like a different crowd, you know. It's and full arenas, and then to look even further, they had the pre-sale for the New York shows. Apparently, the pre-sale went extremely well, and Dynamite also hit over 1 million viewers this week, up against the
NBA playoffs.
the second worst sport in the world's finals. So,
Oh, whatever.
what do you think the worst sport? What do you think? What do you think? I think is the worst sport in the world.
Monday Night Raw.
I said sport.
What's your point?
Yeah, soccer and basketball are the worst.
Hey! Leave the footies alone. I like my football, the soccer.
I prefer my football to have minimal foots involved. But yeah, did really well against the NBA playoffs. So yeah, this is hopefully they keep riding that momentum. I know All Out sold out. I know last week was not the best audio, but I'm more excited about All Out than ever. It's I'm ready to go. Like as much as I do not care for that city much at all, I'm excited to be there every Labor Day weekend for hopefully now until the end of my time on this earth. And hopefully
I'll go next year.
and hopefully also you will continue to join us every week from now until the end of my time on this earth. Thank you all for joining us. If you enjoyed, please give a like, share, subscribe for more content, not just from the world of pro wrestling, but from the world of gaming, this is pro wrestling, comic books, anime, and all things geek culture. Just got done filming the comic stuff, so little still in the comic mindset. But follow me on social media pages, especially if you would like to enter the Money in the Bank predictions contest. Facebook.com/AthleticGeekA9, Twitter Athletic_GeekA9, Instagram AthleticGeekA9, and if you'd like to help this channel out financially, I am on Patreon, patreon.com/AthleticGeek89. If you want to enter, you must enter on social media pages, and you must enter by 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. You must have your final picks in. And yeah, good luck to everybody. Try and win, if you can. Just incredible. Easy. Social media, if you please.
Yes, guys, you can follow me at Eric Zarins. I just tweet random stuff out there. I'm always down for a chat on anything sports and wrestling. And as I've mentioned before, if you are going to be in the Tuscaloosa, Alabama area between September 9th and 12th for some good old Alabama football, that's where I'm going to be. And also for wrestling-related news, I am going to be at Full Gear in St. Louis, and we have a challenge going on because why the hell did I say yes to this? If the Geek gets 200 subscribers before Full Gear, then on camera I will drink bubbly.
The bubbly. The real bubbly.
I apologize to Chris Jericho if my reaction is going to be terrible.
The bubbly.
Because this, again, I don't drink alcohol.
The bubbly. A little bit of this.
Really?
Yes!
You have that bottle saved just for me?
No, that is not the saved bottle. That is my collector's item full bottle from this is from the original run. Like I bought 3 bottles when me and Jedi tried the stuff on live on air, and I bought one to try, another one to drink in case I enjoyed, and one to keep there. That is my collector's item, and I think it's evaporating too, but it's all good. But yeah, that is my collector's item. If I ever meet Jericho again, I'm having him sign the bubbly. But for easy,
and then I can tell him about me drinking the bubbly, and it'll be a disastrous result.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Damn, why'd you have to let me down, Canadian? Why?"
Well, I did tell that Canadian. I tried to reach out to him multiple times, saying, "Can I get a non-alcoholic bubbly?"
And then again, you have to reach out to another Canadian named Stephen Amell to get that done.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen Amell's cool. But for Easy, I'm the Athletic Geek. We're just Marks. And we're out. Have a good night.